Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. And we are back live on Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, with the world racing community. And it's the final. It's round 8, ladies and gents, of their GT Challenge, the third incarnation of it. I'm just making sure. Wow, am I really quiet? No, maybe not. So, yes, here we are, the streets of Tokyo, ladies and gents. We're taking it down to the street level for this championship. And, yes, they raced the last round. I don't know what the results were, but they raced at the Nordschleife, and it was an extended one. So, I think there's something out there with their point of view. I think someone streamed it from their point of view. So I think there is footage of that race on Twitch or YouTube. But unfortunately, yeah, we missed it. And but I can tell you the tables up until now, going into the final round. See if there's any close battles we should be keeping an eye on. So in the AM series, is it AM? No, Pro, sorry. In the Pro series, Forge Flames is at the top. Forge Flames is AT Racing. He's on 100 points ahead of Tommy Rue, who's in the Audi, who's on 91 points. So there could be still a chance for the Rooster. But AT would have to have a very bad race. Deviant in third in the Mercedes on 88 points. Then we have Akel in his Nissan on 77 points in fourth. In fifth, we have Faceless Boy on 47 points, with Autosport in sixth on 38 points. And Chunky in seventh on 24 points. And Garuda in 8th on 14 points. In the AM series, we have Thunder at the top in the Porsche on 108 points. In second, we have Beaks on 84 points, but close to Beaks is MJ on 81 points. Then we have OHJ in fourth on 73 points. Sir Storm in fifth on 55 points. And we have Hoods in sixth in the BMW on 41 points. We have Fusion in seventh in the McLaren on 35 points. We have SLR Hami in eighth on 17 points, and SLR Nomi in ninth in 12 points. But I think they're done. So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 60-minute race, or 1 hour race. Cracking through today, bud. Hey, this is live, Skyjacker. This is happening as we speak. This is no replay. This is they are on the road now. This is happening. The power of technology. There's 10 other human beings sat around the world, yeah, with Autosport and Sir Storm and Beaks. So different points from around the globe. They are at this very moment in time wanging their sim cars around a virtual track, which I am sat in the room of, and then I am beaming that out onto YouTube for everyone to see. This is as it happens. How exciting is technology? This is the future. So MJ is in the Ford, and he leads them out for this qualifying session. Beaks is in the Renault, and he's shown very good, very strong stuff from Beaks. Questionable strategies is all I would say about our boy Beaks, but pace and speed for show. For show, the dog has got the bone, but his strategies can be questionable at times. The Rooster, the beautiful Audi this year, he has absolutely arrived in his liveries. The livery game was strong with the Rooster this season, and he's gone dark. He's gone dark for the streets of Tokyo. We're at the streets of Tokyo, I'm pretty sure I told you that. Vodka Rob, hello again, dude. Third time, man. You can't do this to your poor brain. You need a break from thingamajig. It's just too much. Oof. I'm picking some off the floor, sorry. Yeah, we're qualifying. They're on an out lap. Well, they're not now. I think they're on the actual speedy lap. So MJ out there, very nice looking Ford. It has to be said. Beaks in his Renault. We got Tommy Roux in the Audi as they absolutely nail it. Look at them go. Beautiful stuff. And the GT Challenge, obviously they pick a manufacturer, a Group 3 car, and they have to stick to that car throughout this season. And I'm wondering if some of them have felt that they've got the wrong car. They're starting the times now, and it's the Rooster who we're following is at the top at the moment. Cool comes in second in his old banged out Nissan. The Beaks in Renault is third, with MJ doing a very good strong run for fourth place. Deviant in the McShady. Has he crossed the line yet? Oh, maybe MJ's not crossed the line yet. No, MJ's crossed the line. No, and now, Sir Storm in the other Ford doing a good run ahead of the Beaks. Mario is fourth fastest in his Audi. So we've got two Audis in the field, ladies and gentlemen. Two Audis in the field. Deviant going fourth fastest in his McShadys. And what a beautiful piece of machinery it is also. So 2/10 behind the Forge Flames, AT Racing, or Bob, if you like. Cull second fastest with the Roux, fastest man so far out there. I think everyone's done their runs now. Beaks has been reduced down to sixth. So Storm seventh ahead of Autosport, who seems to have dropped the Lexi and has returned in the Mustang. Fancies a bit of Ford power. So we've got three Fords in the field today, two Audis. It's they've leaned away, haven't they? They've leaned a certain way. MJ there in ninth with Thunder in his Porsche, and that, I've got to say, I bet Thunder would agree, that Porsche super consistent throughout the season. Not the fastest, but maybe the stablest. He has had the least issues with handling and off-roadness out of everybody, and he's had a very tidy season to look like he's already, I'd imagine, won the AM championship. But I've not heard anything confirmed about that. But yeah, so Thunder, an absolutely super season from him and the Porsche, which I still stand by. I think the Porsche is the best car in the game. Tommy Roux, though, showing that Audi is the fastest in his hands. Deviant goes faster, up to third, knocking the Bob down, but Bob has got an answer for that, I'm sure, as he comes up towards the line in the BMW, and he goes third and knocks Deviant down. So the battle of the Germans continues with Cole in the Nissan, home turf for the Nissan, still half a second off of the Audi, though. The Audi, a true king of the streets, it would seem. It even looks natural in as it makes its way around these streets of Tokyo. Beautiful stuff. Cole then maybe trying to find a toe there, trying to get a little closer to the Audi and get a little bump. But they're 9/10 ahead of the Z3. Bob and Deviant there fourth. He's a further half a second off of Bob. So it's quite spread the times this early stage in qualifying. And Mario fifth so far in his Audi, only 500ths off of Deviant, but he's not going to do it this lap. They may have to get some fresh tyres. Thunder goes in sixth place there in the very solid Porsche again. I stand by my words. Solid car. Beaks at the moment finding the Renault a little bit much. He looked like he had a rub against a barrier. He's running to the line. I think we'll follow him on his next lap. Why not? Because we're flitting around. He's not gone in for tyres. He's just gone faster and moved up to 7th place. MJ, though, going faster as well. He's in 9th in the Ford. And he's got the Mustang, the other Ford, ahead of him, as in Autosport. So Beeks then. A lap around the streets of Tokyo, if you don't mind, sir. As we head up to the industrial area. He's heavy on the brakes on the Renault. Lovely kiss of the curb again. You know, not as close to the curb as he probably would have liked, but he's on a run. What can you say? And Beeks then. Where is the sectors? It's quite a long lap, isn't it, or not? Around the long curving right-hander, coming towards the tunnel now. And I'm not sure how the progress is going. 2 tenths up. Ooh, that's enough to get the Porsche ahead of him. So Beeks planting the Renault all the way through here. Nice long, not really much needed in those corners. It's foot to the floor all the way. But we're coming up to a nasty, nasty hairpin now. And it's well executed by our boy, the Beats. And wow, could he get closer to that barrier without hitting it? Beautiful stuff. Thunder's just put himself out of reach of the Beaks. And the Rooster in for fresh tyres for his final run, as MJ comes in for his final tyres for his final run as well. And we're following the Beaks around. Is he going to stick to it, or is he going to decide on a fresh set of tyres? His tyres are still looking quite nice. And he's very planted through there. Maybe the front just got away from him a little bit as he comes around the final corner now, and it's all about pointing at the line. And beautiful work from the Beaks up to 3rd spot in the Renault. Roux up there in the lead, on pole, I mean, still 4 tenths ahead of the Cull. The Cull 8 tenths ahead of Beeks, as we've just seen, and Bob in the BMW on a run towards the line. And has he got anything extra in this one? Mario goes faster as well, but stays 5th. And oh, Bob there knocking down our Beeks a position. But 3 tenths, is there still 3 tenths there for our Dutch flyer? Mario in 5th, he's very close up the rear derriere of Autosport. Is that for the toe? He's coming through into the braking zone of the hairpin. A lot of traffic ahead of Mario here for his run. And it's a struggle. It's a lot of distractions for you when you're trying to concentrate on a lap. He's cleared the Mustang, and is the Audi just getting better and better as the fuel comes off and the tyres bed in. The Audi looking very strong. Cool's gone in, taking his Nissan in for fresh tyres, and he's down, is he, at the moment? Mario down a 10th as Thunder goes 4th fastest in the Porsche, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder, a force to be reckoned with, it seems. Him and the Porsche have had an absolute classic season. Mario then in 6th now. Deviant 7th, not what we're used to seeing. He has put some fresh tyres on, and he's on a run as we speak. We'll stick with this to see how we get on with Deviant. Recently out of the pits, done his outlap, and now on a flying lap, as a few of them are though. We saw him go in purples for Deviant, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your seats. This could get spicy by the end of qualifying. Deviant sitting in 7th. We see him usually top 3, knocking on the door up there. MJ goes faster, up to 8th place now. And Sir Storm going faster also. And we're following Deviant as he makes his way around, and the sun dissipates from our view, and the Tokyo night creeps in. Deviant on course at the moment, up still. Lost a bit of time, but he's still purple. Still purple for the McShady driver. Oh, and it looked like he was kind of in control of the Mercedes through that part. It seemed to take him for the ride. And Deviant then, I don't know, he's looked very close to some of these barriers. Did he hit them? I cannot say. But he goes second fastest, ladies and gentlemen. Second fastest, a 10th away from pole position. But remember, oh no, the Roux, did he pit? He did pit. And the Roux now warming himself up for a lap as we speak. The battle is on. The Cull is on a lap as we speak as well. They are all making their runs. Beaks into the pits. Sixth, it seems, is what he is going to stick with now. What's the Rooster doing? He's down on his own time, the Cull. Down on his own time. This is looking very good for Deviant. What's Bob up to? They may have another lap after this. This might not be. It's a 15-minute qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. They still have another lap to go that little extra if they've got it. But at the moment, the top three, Deviant slapping it into second place, and Cull and Tommy Roux down on their own times. And we're just looking at Bob to see how he is doing in the BMW. Also very much down on his own time. Maybe they're saving it for that final run. MJ going faster. Thunder, he's down to 5th at the moment, but you feel like he's got something more. Autosport goes faster in the Mustang. And I will go down and have a look as it gets very dark now. And can they get faster times because of the track cooling? Mario in the pits, he's in 8th currently, with Autosport now just going ahead of Sir Storm. The battle of the Fords, and an Audi in the mix. So reset, re-go. Tommy Roux a 10th ahead of Deviant. Deviant coming around to finish his lap. He might get another lap after this one. And he's gone fastest, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone fastest with another lap. Tommy Roux, I think this could be his final lap. We're coming into the last minute. No, possibly not. He might get another lap after this one as well. The Cull is further up the road. No, the Roux is further up the road. And how is he currently doing in the Audi? He came out absolutely solid. It looked like he slid around the corner a little bit there. He may have lost a bit of time, but the code isn't looking too strong. They are jittering a bit. He is up, ladies and gentlemen. He is the fastest man on the track at the moment. The Cull coming up towards that same sector. He looks fast. He looks like he's blindingly fast. No, we must have missed him. We must have missed him going across the sector, ladies and gentlemen. The Roux coming up towards the line then. Can he reclaim pole position, ladies and gents? He does. He knocks Deviant down to second now. The Cull coming up towards the line. What has the Cull got for us? Nothing, I'm afraid. Third place, Bob. Bob is the next. Is that it? No, we've still got time. They've still got another lap, ladies and gentlemen. It is not over yet. And Bob is up on everybody as he comes through the final part of the lap. I know there's other people, but it's a close battle up here at the top, although Bob has got to find half a second on the Cull. The times have been amazing in these second runs on the lower fuels. And here comes Bob then, and goes third ahead of the Cull, who's on a run currently. We've got Thunder in 5th, we've got Beaks in 6th, we've got MJ in 7th. It looks like MJ is done. MJ is done for now. Wario, he's on his final lap. I don't know if he's on a run. He could be in 8th. Autosport's done in 9th, and Sir Storm is done in 10th. Tommy Roux, I don't know who's the most ahead. It's Deviant, I believe. No? It looks like Deviant's done. No, Deviant's done, ladies and gentlemen. Second is best for him. Tommy Roux has just gone fastest. Did I miss that? No, I didn't. Did we watch that? I thought Bob went third. Tommy Roux took the fastest back again, didn't he? Straight after Deviant. Sorry. But I don't think there's anyone to contest him. It looks like Bob is done. The Cull is now done. Thunder is on a run, but I think Tommy Roux is pretty safe. Thunder's going to cross the line first. And Thunder then in 5th. Can he better it? No, he cannot. Beaks on a run there. He's behind Tommy Roux. So Tommy Rue then coming towards the line, but I think he's done. I don't think there's anyone to get him. I think pole is his, but he goes across. He doesn't go any faster. Mbeeks is on his run. Wario is done in 7th. MJ's done, so it's just Mbeeks. Is it going to be a final surprise here, ladies and gentlemen, from the Renault driver as he crosses the line? He does. He gets Thunder. He gets Thunder in 5th there then. So the order of the start of this race, ladies and gentlemen, is Tommy Rue on the pole position. Deviant in 2nd. Bob starting in 3rd. The Cull starts 4th with Mbeeks in 5th. Thunder starting in 6th with Mario in 7th. We've got MJ. It's the battle of the Fords down here with MJ in 8th. Autosports in the Mustang in 9th, and Sir Storm in the GT Ford in 10th. It's an exciting race lined up for us in Deedly Doos. My fellow sim racing fans, we are in for a treat. Vodkrop saying, I think this is about the only layout I like at Tokyo. It is fun. It used to be my test layout on Sport when I was playing with. I had this idea where it had a bit of everything around it. So, you could do your straight line speed testing and your corners, tight corners, swerving corners. I thought it was the best way to get the most balanced experience. But in VR, it's kind of dull with all the barriers. So it's nicer to go to other tracks now. MJ in the chat saying, me and Mbeeks are 3 points apart. Whoever wins goes to GT1. There you go. There we got fights there, but Mbeeks doing very strong in that qualifying. So Tommy Rue gets the pole position by 400ths of a second. That is hardly anything. It takes more to say it than it happens. Deviant in 2nd, then just missing out on pole as Bob gets 3rd in, the Z4. I called it a Z3. Sorry, the Z4 GT3. Only nearly half a second off of the leaders. Cull in 4th in the Nissan. I think he was on a run, but he got a penalty right in the final couple of corners and bailed out of it. But Cull will never know where he could have got. Mbeeks in the end there, just pipping Thunder for 5th. Thunder in 6th. Mario in 7th. MJ starting in 8th. Autosport starts in 9th with Sir Storm in 10th. Right then, that's the results. And it's a 2024 start, so we've got 2 minutes. We've got 2 minutes, guys. And very tight. Some of the times are quite spaced out, but I think it's going to be a tight battle here. Because Mbeeks and Cull, I think they're very good on the fuel tanks. I think Bob can get that Z4 quite late into the race, whereas I think Deviant and maybe the Audi a bit thirsty. Thunder, he's got that well-balanced car. He always seems to pick up positions. And MJ, he's got to try and get ahead of the Beaks so he can get promoted at the end of the season. And the field, you can feel the tension down here. Anything can go wrong. It is 60 minutes around the Tokyo streets with all the barriers everywhere. As soon as the tyres start going off, the cars get a bit lighter on fuel. It's going to be a handful. Some later braking heroics into the hairpins, or some 0 to 0 moments coming soon. I am sure. Tokyo always kicks up some fun racing, ladies and gents. The nature of the track being so tight, twisty, and we're 4 seconds away. Time for a sip of the hot brew. A quick cough. That's why you don't smoke, kids. And here we go. And take that away, because we like to pretend it's real. Do you know what? I've been holding the controller all the way through this. I could have used the keyboard. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So away we go then. I believe it's a rolling start. It is, the way they're swaying. And that's weird with it showing, it's doing that weird thing So the Rooster on pole leads them away, ladies and gentlemen, and Beeks will be placed back in his rightful place, I guess, when we get to a sector. Has it held all the other cars up? Oh, red flag in it, because it looks like there's been a bit of a jitter and a struggle happening here. So they should all quit out and they'll reset up the lobby. But something weird did happen there with it seemed to let Tommy Roo go and held Deviant back, and very, very strange. But they're all quitting out now because it's the red flag situation. And there we go. So Storm, what's Canadian for red flag? Oh, start sequence wrong. Ooh, that really went weird on mine. I don't have to quit out. Victory, MJ. Well done, dude. You got the fastest lap and the clean race. So MJ got all of the spoils out of that one. And he's just preparing the room. He's going to have to do the grids by hand. That's a pain in the arse, I tell you. That is such a nightmare. And they'll want them all to tick in as quickly as possible so they can sort the grid out as soon as they possibly can. And we can look down the grid. Oh, God, we'll get rid of this. Although it won't matter because he's got to do another reset. I don't think he will have to do another reset. And Thunder, as always, we can rely on the Thunder to take us out for a bit of entertainment in between racing. It's just so clean, isn't it? It's lovely. It's smooth. It's not angular. It's just soothing to look at. The Porsche, for some reason, I never knew the Porsche was my favourite car until I started doing this. And it's just, every time I see the Porsche, I just feel calm. Maybe it's the round window, the round glasses, the round headlights. Yeah, thingamajiggy saying red flag. I know it's a red flag, dude. I'm on it. I saw it. It went all weird. Rooster went flying ahead. It said Beeks was on pole. Everything went cray-cray. Yeah, I get where we're at. You're resetting the lobby, resetting the grid. It's all gravy. So, Thunder. Yeah, the Porsche. I mean, look at it. It's lovely, even from the rear dairy air. It's fun in the livery thing as well. I don't know why. It's easier to do the liveries on as well because of the way it flows. Like the sides of it, it's nice one flat side. It hasn't got like half a dozen ridges and angles to get around. It's you put a sticker on it, it looks how it is. It's not going over 3 or 4 different lines and stuff. And Vodka Rob saying I used the Nord for that. Yeah, I started using the Nords just for schnizzles, but it's not my funnest track. I know you love it, Vodka Rob, so it's all right. I think of it as more like it's fun, as in Colin McRae Rally was fun, and you didn't know what was coming next. Because I don't memorise it, I can't memorise it. So it's, for me, it's like a rally stage. It's too long to call a racetrack. So it feels just like a rally stage. I like that. It's my funnest, I think. Suzuka, Brazil don't do a lot of testing anyway, so the Porsche pulled up at the side of the road. Oh my gosh. Am I still here? Tommy Roo on pole. God, what's going on with the internet? Are we good? Are we still okay out there? And away we go then, Tommy Roo leading them away. Hopefully they all stay with each other, no glitches. And it looks good, it looks good. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a successful launch. We have a successful launch indeed, with Tommy Roo then leading them around and Deviant right up in his Jaxi. We got Bob in 3rd, the Cull in 4th. And Nicole then in the Nissan. We think he's got a little bit more pace than what he showed in qualifying. And he'll be looking to get through. Try and get some action going. Oh, around the outside of the Bob. very brave. He's on the soft tyre. I didn't check out their tyre situation. Soft tyre for Deviant as well. The Bob's on the softs. They're all on the softs up at front. And the call then. And Vodkrov saying, I lost you briefly, but it was only for a split second. Maybe it was just the room resetting affected something. So Deviant already in the lead. Deviant has taken over the lead of this race. Whilst we were looking at other people, whilst we were looking at the Cole going for the move on Bob there. Bob's picked up a penalty. He must have had a little sweep with a barrier. And it's Deviant at the moment in control of this race, in the lead, with the Audi chasing him down. The Audi a little bit wide, the Audi a little bit wide. Bob in third, we've got Cole in fourth, Beaks in fifth, we've got Mario sixth. Thunder saying well done to someone in the chat. Oh, he's got damage as well, has the Thunder. He's not happy. And and so has Mario. So maybe Mario and Thunder have had a moment together. Autosport is in that mix as well. I think he's got himself through. No, Thunder still ahead. He's going to have to carry that damage. It's lap one. Oh, the damage is fixed. Oh, cool. They haven't got the damage. Sometimes that ruins it. Medium tyres for Autosport with Sir Storm on softs and MJ there in 10th as well. Chasing them down. MJ slipping further to the back. So Deviant leads the way with Tommy Roo all up in his Jaxay, and the Cull has got himself ahead of the Bob, but the Bob did have a penalty, and the Bob is back on pace again and right behind the Cull. And Beaks in the Renault doing very well in fifth, keeping his head down, keeping out of trouble. He's in that battle with MJ in the championship, and at the moment MJ is at the very back, with Thunder having to play cash up in sixth. He's not that far behind, and Cull's made a huge mistake. Cull's had a moment, ladies and gentlemen. The Cull has had a moment and he has dropped down. Bob is back up and into third place. And they are playing spinning tops here at Tokyo. They are on the very edge, ladies and gentlemen. They're just dropping over the edge. And Bob then moves up to third. The Beaks up into fourth. Thunder now in fifth. And Cull is nursing the Nissan, as he's got Mario right up in his rear derriere. And Cull does not want to be in that position at all. The Audi going for a move, but decides against it, pulls back into the toe. And the medium running Autosport in the Mustang is right in their sights. He's got him in his crosshairs, ladies and gentlemen. Cull in sixth then, fighting off the Audio as Autosport. Mario, and that was like Audi and Mario together. He's the Audio. And Autosport then closing in with those medium tyres. So he's going to be going longer in this race, as Sir Storm in ninth as well, following them through. And MJ with a bit of an issue is trying to play catch up now. Out there in the lead, Deviant going faster and faster each lap. Tommy Roo in second place with Bob in third. We've got the Beaks in fourth, just ahead of Thunder, and Cole is sixth, out of position, some may say. And they will be right, because Cole, he was up there in third place after making a great move on the Bob. Early days, early doors into this race, to grab that third spot, where track position, it seems, is king here. It's very difficult to get a move on without your opponent ahead making a mistake first. So Deviant there pulling away. Tommy Roo losing position there. As Tommy Roo, see what I'm saying? You make a small mistake, it is fatal. Fatal, I tell you. And Bob now up and into second place, facing down with Deviant. Deviant, he cannot put a foot wrong. This is the race of racers for Deviant here, and he is under a lot of pressure from the Bob. And Tommy Roo showing what happens if you make a small mistake. Beaks now up into fourth, snapping at the heels of the podium here. And Thunder in fifth, going great guns at the moment, but he is being chased down by a colossal beast. That is Cull. Mario in the Audi, trying to stay with him as Autosport in 8th in the Mustang. Medium tyres, so I'm sure he'll be looking after fuel and just lift and coasting his way around, waiting to make his move later in the race. MJ is 9th. He's got ahead of his teammate. I don't know if his teammate's come up into a bit of trouble. But MJ now only 3 seconds behind Autosport, getting into his stride, getting into his rhythm, ladies and gents, in the Ford, getting into the dance of the Tokyo streets. And still Deviant leads, with Bob keeping him company out there in that lead. And Tommy Roo following him through the top 3. This race, pulling away from Mbeeks now. Is Mbeeks trying to save a bit of fuel, or has he made a mistake possibly? Because Thunder really is close now. And Thunder then closing in, making his presence felt up here in the top 4. Skating around underneath him, the Porsche, but still solid car. Not going to utter a word against it. Cull then in 6th though, the Nissan, an absolute bullet, and he's bringing the game to Thunder. Thunder can't hang around, and we suspect maybe the Beaks doing a bit of fuel conserving, looking after his tyres, thinking of the bigger picture. And Thunder looks like he's moving over for the Cull, doesn't want that stress, doesn't want that fight, maybe also playing the longer game. Says you go ahead. He definitely indicated to one side to allow Cull through. So Thunder racing smart, maybe some would say, knowing that Cull is not what he's looking at. He's looking at the Beaks, and maybe Cull can get some action going for him, and then Thunder can just easily drive by. He is your thinking racing man. Deviant then is the man in the lead at the moment, and he is absolutely slinging that McShady like he stole it, ladies and gents. Bob in the were chasing him down, and the Audi closing back in on Bob. Bob, beware. Danger, danger. High voltage. When we touch, when we kiss. So Deviant then tries to pull away, as now Tommy Roo certainly is in the hot spot for a battle. He's gone for a space that was ever closing. Bob trying to slam the door shut there, and Tommy Roo found himself squeezed somewhat. I don't think Bob probably did it on purpose. Wasn't maybe expecting the Audi through so swiftly. But yeah, Bob. And now Tommy Roo has to find another way through as he tries to stay off the barrier, and Tommy Roo then back still in 3rd, should we say. He never quite got up there, did he? But the door did feel like it was slammed shut somewhat, which I'm sure Tommy Roo will return that favour if he can get himself ahead of the Bob. He knows now that slamming doors is okay. Again, a nice tow through this easy section with the downforce these cars carry. Heavy braking. He's going for the move under the braking here, up the inside, and the job is done, ladies and gentlemen. A little wide coming out, but still not a bad move. Very tidy on the BMW, with the BMW getting a better drive out of the corner, all up in the Audi's busyness, and the Audi having to fend off the Bob's advances. So the BMW and the Audi is the German battle up here in the top 3. Top 4 should I say, with Thunder now is ahead of the Beaks. And we missed all that action because we saw Thunder allowing Cull through. We guessed it was to go racing with the Beaks, and somehow Beaks has ended up behind all of them, some way or somehow. So Thunder, like I said, the thinking man's racing driver. He really is on board with what's around him, what's going on, and reading the race to perfection from Thunder there. Mario in 7th, A strong lap time from him just now. He's only 2 seconds off that battle we've just been watching. And Autosport there in 8th. Now Autosport's doing quite a good job. Where was I? There. No, it's MJ. Sorry, it was Autosport. MJ's just pulled a move off on the Autosport. And now MJ starting to rise. Like the Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. Bring on the flames. Because the Phoenix is here. It's in 8th place on his way. So MJ making the moves there up and into 8th place ahead of Autosport, who's on those medium tyres, and he's here for a long time, not a great time. And Sir Storm in 10th spot. So back to that battle here with Thunder, Cull and the Beaks in the chat then. Oh, Vodkrop saying, I know you don't, when I said I'm not keen on the North. Vodkrop saying, I lost you briefly. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Vodkrop saying, I have to support the Bob with him being my namesake. Fair enough. Can Do saying, tight track, hello from across the pond. Can do. And Rob saying, no Ribena this week. He's usually in this, isn't he? Or am I getting my wires crossed? No, yeah, we usually have the chunky Ribena. And Vodkrop saying hello to Can Do. Yeah, we usually have the chunky Ribena. I don't know, he kind of, I don't know what he's up to nowadays. He's still about in their chat, but I think he's just sort of streaming daily races or something. So, Beats. And I don't know if he's fuel saving. His tyres are getting used up nicely. Thunder still there ahead of the Cull, but the Cull, a 58.1 last time around. Thunder with a 58.5, so 4/10 slower than the Cull. Cull's tyres looking a little tidier there than Thunder's. Thunder burning his back rear tyres a little more than the Nissan. Down into the braking zone again. And Thunder managing to survive the Cull for another corner. Unbelievable stuff. Deviant 2.5 seconds ahead of the Roo, who has got himself ahead of the Bob. We saw that though, didn't we? We did. He made a beautiful move down the inside. So Tommy Roo maintaining second, should we say, ahead of the BMW. And Cull's now got past Thunder. Is it? Do you guys just wait until I pull away? Is that the deal? Is it? Thanks. So Cull past Thunder. We watched them. We watched you guys for, I'd say, a lap. I always start getting this itchy feeling when I feel like I'm watching someone for too long and I want to spread it around a bit and need to go and look elsewhere. And we watched you two for the longest of times because I felt something was coming. And no, you waited. You waited until I cut away. Thank you. Do you want me to cut away again? You're a bit shy about overtaking on stream. Sods. That Porsche looks flipping brilliant. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know the Nissan's probably a bit more planted and faster ahead of it, but it just looks good going around corners. And in this, the lights of Tokyo, it looks amazing. I have got a man crush on that Porsche, I tell thee. An absolute man crush on the Group 3 Porsche. And yeah, Can Do saying hello back to Vodka Rob. Right then, up front then, Deviant is still slapping, ladies and gentlemen. 2.5 seconds ahead of Tommy Roo. Tommy Roo's fuel in a bit of a better state than Deviant's, with AT Racing right there as well. And AT's Racing is not great. The Bob, his fuel not as good as Tommy Roo. Tommy Roo, the Audi, doing very well on fuel. And Vodkrov saying, you are right about the Porsche, it does look good. It's just pretty, isn't it? It's the smooth lines, I think. It hasn't got a load of angles sticking out the side of it. It's just smooth. Nissan, old school Nissan. Still, that looks good. I'm happy with that. It's simplistic. I think I like simplicity. I think it's when it's got all. Oh, look at that. It's like all sorts of a big hole in the side of it. And I know it's all aero stuff, but still, I like a nice smooth car. Mario. Oh, God, Cool and Beeks have made movements, and they Thunder, no. Cool's gone into the pits. That's the big call here. Cool's gone into the pits then. His tyres don't look worn. His fuel's okay. That's a very strange choice by the Cool. Thunder, maybe he felt he was stuck up behind the Thunder, couldn't get any lap times done, and has made the choice to go onto a medium tyre, do a long middle stint. But yeah, interesting choice by the Cool there. Very strategic, I would say. And Deviant then, he's starting to get through his tyres. His tyres starting to look a little bit frazzled. Tommy Roo behind. His tyres are in a tidier state. His fuel's looking good as well. I think Tommy Roo's going to go for a long stint here on these soft tyres. Bob is in third spot as well. He's getting through his fuel. His tyres seem to be okay. Him and Deviant's similar, but Bob Roo is in a good position in second. Then we got Thunder. That Porsche is getting through that front left tyre quite healthily, but the fuel looking very good on the Porsche. Beeks, fuel absolutely magnificent on the Renault. It has looked like that all from the beginning, and that's why I question Beeks' strategy sometimes. And not even, it was just probably that one race where he made about 5 pit stops and it looked like he only needed 1. But one of them pit stops was because he put wrong tyres on, let's be fair. So Beeks closing in on the Thunder. Thunder 58.8 last time around. The Beeks a 58.9. There's nothing between them. Then we've got Mario pulling out a 59.8 that time around. His tyre's not too bad, but his fuel, it does show that the Roo is saving fuel. Oh, maybe not. They're about the same. Beeks' fuel is unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. MJ nearly down to a quarter of a tank. He's using his tyres up nicely, but he's gone faster than he has gone before. With only 3.5 seconds from the Audi ahead of him, he could strike. He could strike there. A 58.7 with Mario 59.8, dropping a lot of time there, and he looks like he's struggling to get around the corners. Maybe the Audi getting a bit heavy on the steering for him. And yeah, MJ, he's in striking distance. He's in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. Autosport in the Mustang, playing a different game to everyone else. The only one who opted to start on the medium tyres, and Cole has made a early and surprising pit stop to fill up on fuel and put the medium tyre on. I think he was stuck up behind the Porsche, and he needed to get something going on. So he's made a pit stop to give himself some free air and get on with the business of getting on with the race. Deviant then leads 2.2 seconds, under a quarter of a tank of fuel. The front left tyre quite used. Still doing good times though, so it's not affecting his grip situation. Tommy Roo seems to have dropped back a little bit there, and Bob as well. The top three spacing themselves out. Thunder 11 seconds adrift of Bob and being caught by the Beeks, I'm afraid. 59.5 for the Porsche last time around. Beeks a 59.2. So slowly but surely the Beeks is closing up. The Flying Dutchman is closing that gap between himself and the Porsche. Wario, he felt like he was being caught. No, MJ's dropped back a little bit for some reason. MJ, I don't know what's happened, but he's dropped back a bit from Wario. I thought he was only 1.5 seconds behind. Maybe not. Wario doing a 2-minute lap time last time around, and MJ with a 59.2, still faster. So maybe he is still closing in. You can see the Audi ahead of him. And like I said, the Audi looked heavy to drive. Bob's in the pits. Bob is in the pits, going all in on the fuel. And maybe he felt the tyres were going away from him. Only 20 minutes into this 60-minute race. And already they're pitting, so not many of them going for that one stop, it would seem. Cole behind Bob. Quite a way behind as well, it would seem. Nearly 7 seconds, over 7 seconds behind the Bob after their pit stops. MJ up to 6th now and 1.6 behind Mario, I mean. So a 2 minute and a 59.8. So I thought that was what they were about but that was saying 3 seconds, and now it's gone back to 1.5 seconds. Thunder, no, going the wrong way. Beaks 1.7 seconds behind Thunder. At the moment, Thunder, he's dragging that Porsche's back end around the streets of Tokyo here. I think he's struggling with the tyre wear at the front there and getting a massive understeer and feeling that the car isn't quite below him as Beaks closes in. And his tyres, though, are pretty gnarly as well, and he's still got a full tank of fuel, well, half a tank of fuel virtually. Mario, 5th place. His tyres are better than the guys ahead of him. Well, not better than Thunder's. Thunder are currently in 3rd after Bob's pit stop. And he's losing time, though. Tommy Roo closing back up to Deviant. Deviant added up to 2.5 seconds. Deviant's fuel has depleted. He's gone past the pit lane, so he feels like he can get another one out of it, but his tyres and his fuel in a terrible state with a quarter of a tank of fuel on the Audi. Unbelievable fuel tank on the Audi and the... Oh, did Deviant hit something? No, I heard a squeal and a bang. So Tommy Roo in 2nd, Thunder in 3rd. Thunder okay with fuel, but the tyres are a different story. Beaks has dropped back. Beaks must have made a bit of a mistake. Mario's gone into the pits as MJ moves up to 5th now. MJ living with that tyre wear and doing a fine job with it, keeping good pace. Bob has picked up a penalty, not a big one, but he's gone onto the mediums and filled up. We saw that, like the Cull did earlier. Autosport still on those mediums. He's going long, ladies and gentlemen. He's going deep and long, and the Cull there on his mediums in 8th place, but he's used a lot of fuel up with that early stop. Mario. Oh, Mario's got a pit lane infringement. He's gone to the soft tyre again, but he's picked up a 3-second penalty, and that will help Sir Storm out no end, although I think Sir Storm seems quite a way behind. As here we go, he pays his eternity of a penalty and then he can get going again, but he's 11 seconds adrift of the Cull, and that is a painful place to be. He's going to be waiting for... Oh, this is working out nicely for MJ, who stayed out there. If MJ can avoid picking up that penalty, he was behind Mario, and now Mario, after his pit stop and a 3-second penalty, MJ's got a good opportunity to get ahead of Mario. Fantastic stuff. Deviant still leads on fumes, comes down to the pit lane, and he's in. Tommy Roo's continuing on. He takes up the lead. Tyres aren't super, but loads of fuel, good fuel. Thunder, we assume no, Thunder's still got some fuel left to go, and now he's got a bit of a gap to the Beaks, and the Beaks has still got plenty of fuel to go. MJ as well, he's on fumes, and I think he's going to swing this one into the pit lane, and we'll see the battle between himself and Mario develop somewhat. Deviant back out. Oh, he's only put a light bit of fuel in there. Interesting, because he knows the tyres don't last, but he's got the medium tyre, so interesting strategy from Deviant, limiting his pit lane time by only half filling the car. Rooster out there in the lead at the moment, 17 seconds on Thunder. Neither have pitted, nor has the Flying Dutchman in 3rd place. The Beaks in the Renault, and Deviant has pitted. Short pit stop, comes out in 4th place ahead of the Bob. 8 seconds. The Bob will be thinking, what's he playing at? What is the young lad playing at here? The mind games have begun. Autosport, no stop so far. He's picked up a bit of damage, but that should dissipate. And Autosport then 6th place so far, playing the long game in the Mustang. It hasn't gone yet, but yeah, there you go, it's gone now. Playing the long game in the Mustang, trying to take it deep into the race, maybe trying to one stop on it. He's not used the mediums up too much, so that looks good for when he goes to the soft tyre. He's got the Cull chasing him down, and at the moment the Cull, a 2:07 last time around. That wasn't his pit stop either. That's a mistake, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, on lap 12, and Mario is ahead of the MJ. Sorry, I missed that. Mario only just, though, saved himself ahead, even though he had the 3-second penalty, and now he's closed in on the Cull after whatever ailed the Cull. And the Cull's got his hazard lights on, and he's gone. He's gone. Something's broken. It's broken. It's broken. So cool. Some reason, some way has exited the building. Beaks leads through not pitting because the Roo is in, and so is Thunder. Thunder filling up at the moment as the Bob comes through, and Autosport in sixth, still yet to pit, moves up ahead of the Thunder. No, possibly not. Oh, very tight on the exit there. Thunder appearing from the pit lane and finding himself a face full of red Mustang. That must have been quite scary. He must have thought, what the hell is that? But no harm, no foul. There's been no damage done. So everything's good at the moment, and Autosport currently in 5th place, keeping it very tight. It's like the different driver that we saw in the Lexus. He was wild. Absolutely a nutcase behind the wheel of the Mustang, behind the wheel of the Lexus. But here we're seeing a different driver altogether in the Mustang. Calm, collected, consistent. It's, yeah. The brake and the car has done him the world of good, I would say. Deviant leads. Deviant leads ahead of the Beaks. The Beaks hasn't pitted, it's just Deviant's caught him up and got by. And now Deviant back in the lead of the Beaks. He's being chased down by the Roo. Oh, Cool's come back in, so maybe it was just a disconnection problem. Roo then in 3rd. That's Deviant's main problem at the moment. Well, Bob is an uncertainty. I think he's sitting back, looking after his car, taking care of things, taking his time. We've seen Bob do this so many times, where he looks like he's not in this race, and then suddenly he is a force to be reckoned with at the end. Autosport apologising to someone. I don't know who he's here. Was it Thunder? He's behind Thunder now. He was ahead of Thunder. Doesn't seem to have harmed Thunder too much though. He's on his way. He's well away ahead of Mario and the MJ. Thunder now chasing down Bob. He was never in that race anyway. It's Beaks really, isn't it? It's Beaks, and when he's going to pit, that's who Thunder needs to concern himself with. Deviant has to concern himself with the Roo, and they can't count out the Bob. Autosport is an unknown in this race at the moment. Autosport riding in 6th. He hasn't pitted yet. He's the only one that hasn't pitted. And Vodkarov in the chat saying, isn't that Audi bad on tyres usually? I'm not sure. And Vodkarov saying, I've just had a full-on firework display going off over the back of my house. Looks like it's the next street. It's that close. Yeah, I think we had about 3 or 4 doors down. They had a little display. I reckon he cut the fuses as well, because they weren't going very high. Fireworks in my day, I remember they went skywards, super high, and these were just getting to like the level of the top of the house and then going off. So I reckon he cut the wicks down on them. He's done something, because they were exploding a lot sooner than they usually do. So yeah, that was an interesting one. We had a lovely little display. The cats don't usually care about it. They're not usually those pets that get all frisky and start stressing. But it was that close that the boy cat, Bob, no joke, Bob, he went outside. He had to go outside to have an investigation. Usually they just lay there on the sofa and don't give 2 farts about it. But even Bob had to go outside and have a look at what was going on. So, Beaks, I think the Rooster has just pulled the move on Sir Beak of Beaks a lot, because he is ahead of him now, but Beaks is on a programme. He's gone in. Is that programme done then? So the Beaks is in. We are virtually at halfway as well, so he's got the car halfway. He might be trying that one stop, but he's got mediums to use next, so yeah, we'll see. Deviant, we know he short-filled that car. No, he didn't. Did he? Yes. Deviant short-filled that car, and he's doing very well with that fuel. It's got to be said. It's like it's barely gone down. So Deviant at the moment pulling an absolutely cracker on. The Rooster, he's going to be going a lot longer than the Deviant though. Deviant, I mean, he's 2-stopping this bad boy, and he wants to go back onto the soft tyre. So it makes sense that he'd make the medium tyre the shortest stint in the middle there, low on fuel, trying to offset the lack of grip that he's going to get from those medium tyres. So he's trying to get the speed out of the McShady through a lighter car, rather than he knew the mediums were going to be slower. And I suppose he's just ticking a box there. Get them used and get himself onto a banging set of softs again, full tanks, and all the way to the end. I imagine that's the plan. The Rooster, I'm not sure if he thinks he can get those softs and that fuel tank to the end of this race. But he's not doing. Deviant 57s on those mediums were 58.3. So yeah, the times aren't too different between the two of them, with the weight of the Audi going against the Rooster, and Deviant staying out there like a bandit. Bob up to third now, with Cull leaving, and Bob on the medium tyres. I'm not sure, he didn't fill up his tank, did he? He didn't go full tanks, did the Bob, but I can't remember now. I think, Tommy Roo's got so much fuel because he had so much fuel and went so late into this race. I think Cull was the first to pit, but I think that was more to get out of Thunder's air. Thunder's up to fourth now. We've got a lot of to-ing and throwing down here from Autosport and Mario. Dicing, you might call it. Autosport's gone into the pits. He's out of fuel. So Mario moves up to fifth. The Beaks has pitted. He's up into sixth, and he's down there with MJ. And we thought he'd be racing the Thunder, so I don't know what happened. Really, M. Beaks must have just lost a lot of time at the end of his stint. And now he's racing with MJ, who's faster at the moment and looking poised. Autosport pitting, filling up soft tyres. He's going to try and run that car to the end. And Sir Storm there in ninth place, ahead of the Cull. If there's anything he wants to take out of this, he is ahead of Cull. Deviant leads. Medium tyres, light fuel. Pushing like Billy O to get out of Tommy Roo's crosshairs. Tommy Roo, he's in no rush. He's done a 57.2 though, so he's in a bit of a rush. But he knows this race has still got some twists and turns, and I think the Roo is going to try and get to the end of this without a pit stop, and it's going to be a struggle for him. But we know Deviant will have to make another pit stop here. So, and Bob, I think we will have to make another pit stop. So Tommy Roo is got a big question mark about his fuel and how far it can take him. Thunder, definitely a two-stopper going on there. He was one of the last to pit as well, but he must have light-filled it to stay ahead of the MJ and Mario battle. And here we go then. MJ is ahead of the Beaks, but he's picked up a penalty in doing so. And the Beaks is right there in his rear derriere to try and snatch back that sixth place, sorry. And these guys, all the time they're battling, are dropping further back from Mario. Mario's come out of the pits, and he is on an absolute push at the moment. He was just ahead of these guys, or just ahead of MJ, should I say, and he's pulled away from MJ, and Beaks obviously making his pit stop, came out just ahead of MJ, but he's taking the time to warm up those medium tyres. Look, they're brand new, his car's heavier, fatter, and here comes MJ then. He's going to pay his penalty, and I think the Beaks, the Flying Dutchman, will reclaim that sixth place in his Renault. And MJ then in seventh. Autosport playing the long game here in eighth place, and he's waiting for the second round of pit stops to happen so he can reclaim some positions. Deviant at the moment coming close now to his second and final pit stop, and we think he's going to fill the car up, put soft tyres on and run to the end. The Rooster, we're not sure if he's going to try and run that car to the end. It doesn't look like he is. He's absolutely full throttle, isn't he? He wants to catch up Deviant. He's going the same strategy as Deviant, I think. And he's going to make another pit before the end of the race, but I think he wants to be ahead of Deviant. He wants track position. Deviant at the moment doing a great job in the McShady, and he's on them medium tyres, remember, so getting some good lap times. To say he's on the slower tyre as Tommy Roo in the 57s, only a second or so faster than the medium tyre. I mean, a second's all you need though, a lap. Then we've got Bob, who's on those mediums as well. And it looks like he's giving himself options with his fuel. He can stay out a bit longer, or he can go to the soft tyre. And the soft tyre, it wasn't really running out until around 20 minutes. I think that was the first signs of the soft tyre giving up about 20 minutes into the race, 22 minutes into the race. So they're getting close. They're getting close to that pit window where the soft tyre could take them to the end. I mean, the later they leave it, the fresher it'll be at the end. And Thunder, I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to go for that late stop and try and have some nice fresh soft tyres at the end of the race. And he's hoping these guys, Deviant he's gonna be forced to make a pit stop because of his fuel. So he's gonna have no choice. He's gonna have to put the soft tyre on and carry it all the way to the end of this race. Whereas the Tommy Roo, he can go a bit later and put another new set of softs on if he wants. And Thunder, I mean Bob, he's still got a quarter of a tank of fuel left. I imagine he can leave it a bit later to put those soft tyres on. Thunder then at the moment they're in fourth. Mario and MJ absolutely locked in a battle, and remember the Beaks as well has to finish ahead of MJ for promotion into their Pro Series, and M Beaks there just knocking on the door, and MJ just ahead of him, gatekeeping that door. A Deviant in then for soft tyres, full tanks, and all the way to the end. Tommy Roo has choices. He has choices. His tyres are still relatively quite fresh, and I imagine he's just going to use those tyres up and make an emergency stop at the end. Bob through. Bob, no knee-jerk reaction from the Bob then. About Deviant, he's staying out a bit longer on his mediums, meaning that the Deviant could go fast. Deviant's just come out ahead of excuse me. So Deviant has just come out just ahead of Thunder, and there's got to be some safety officials look at that pit exit, because it's not safe. Thunder, that's twice in it, wasn't it? Thunder before with Autosport. And this time it's Deviant's come out the pits just ahead of the Porsche. Scary stuff. So Deviant, not bad. Filling up onto the soft tyre and only losing the 2 positions. Staying in the top 3 for Deviant. Bob hanging out those mediums. He doesn't fancy the softs all the way till the end. And Tommy Roo, though, his softs at the moment are fine. It's just the fuel and what he can do with the fuel over the next 20 minutes. He's got 25 seconds on the Rooster. I mean, on Deviant. Deviant's made that pit stop, remember, filled up. And he's 25 seconds adrift of the Roo. Now, you'd want to cover off Deviant, wouldn't you? You'd want to get that pit stop done earlier. I mean, he's doing good lap times. If Deviant starts slamming in some heavier lap times, better lap times, that would make the Roo a little bit nervous out there, surely. Bob doesn't show nerves, so he's continuing on with Thunder in fourth. Thunder, if you're going to make a second stop, my friend, do it sooner rather than later. I think Thunder, he's going to try and eke out them. Bob's in then, and the Bob maybe trying to cut off Deviant's advances there, but Deviant coming through the pit area already, and up and ahead of Bob. Thunder gets past the pit lane without a collision, which is always a bonus for him. Mario coming around, and he gets through as Bob goes on to a soft set of tyres, and the Beaks has somehow got ahead of MJ. Has MJ made a second stop? No, MJ has made his second stop, ladies and gentlemen. MJ going for a big ball move. He's behind Autosport, who we assume isn't pitting again, so he's got to make his move, and we're not sure if the Beeks is stopping. We don't think the Beeks is stopping again, so MJ really has got his work cut out for him. 18 seconds adrift of Autosport is Autosport is of the Beeks, and MJ only 1.8 seconds behind Autosport, but Autosport not up to full pelt, as he'll be doing a somewhat fuel saving and tyre saving for this second half of the race. He's had a good bang with the barrier. That's going to cost him. That's going to cost him dear. And MJ is closing in every corner. Autosport under pressure, pushing, showing cracks in that perfect driving we've seen so far this race from our boy Autosport. And he's made a mistake there, and MJ closing in, but MJ's race isn't really with Autosport, is it? He's up the road there with Beeks. That's who he's got to be dueling with, and we saw Beeks drop off at the end of his stint, and that's what MJ will be hoping for. Bob's come out just ahead of Beeks. Soft tyres going all in. Mario's going to have to make another pit stop. Thunder is going to have to make another pit stop, but Thunder's tyres quite tidy. His pace is good. Deviant 3 seconds up the road from Thunder already, chasing down the Dream. Tommy Roux, is he going to need to pit? Half a tank of fuel. We saw he went very late into the first stint. He's on those soft tyres. He's looking after him quite nicely. 24-second lead. Mario and Thunder both coming in at the same time. That promotes Bob back up into third place. He's 14 seconds adrift of Deviant. It's going to be, there's no strategy there that can reclaim 14 seconds. That's just down to darn tooting hard driving by the Bob. Can he make up the deficit on Deviant, who is chasing the Roux, who we're not even sure is going to pit again in this race? Deviant just taking the fastest lap of the race, a sign to his brethren of what he is about. As Bob crosses the road, crosses the line in third. The Beeks is up to fourth now. That one-stop strategy, putting him ahead of the Thunder, who's pitted, put on soft tyres. He's 11 seconds, and again, Mario has a pit lane infringement, which is going to work in the favour of Autosport and MJ. Cracking stuff. Autosport then goes past Mario as Mario pays the hefty penalty to the man, and MJ going for the move up the inside of the Audi. Can he make it stick on the soft tyres? He does, and it's MJ up to seventh as Mario slips down into eighth. He's on those medium tyres. He might have to just sit and wait until the softs bullet themselves ahead of him. And Sir Storm, we salute the man for sticking with the plan. It's been a struggle for him this evening. We haven't seen much action from him, but he's stuck with it and he stayed on programme. So I appreciate you, good sir. Tommy Roux leads 22 seconds ahead of the Deviant. Deviant has looked for a win before. I don't know. I think Deviant, I have this feeling that Deviant always seems to get pipped to the win by either the Roux or the Bob. So, I feel like he needs to get this one. At the moment, the Roux is in control. Big question marks on fuel. But it's looking okay with only 16 minutes left of the race. Excuse me. They look like those the tyres for sure could get him to the finish line. But can the fuel? Deviant with a big hill to climb, and the Bob in third, a bigger hill. And Beeks doing okay, but Thunder really is knuckling down and putting the pressure on the Beeks here. So it's the Porsche versus the Renault, and at the moment the Renault has the upper hand, but it's on the slower tyre. And Thunder closing in at a rate of noughts, looking to get the move done. We are 45 minutes virtually into this race. 15 minutes left on the clock. Tommy Roo leads with a big question mark over whether or not he's going to have to pit. He's got Deviant chasing him down on a soft set of tyres. Tommy Roo, the question is answered. He does have to pit. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be some tight schnizzle. My nizzle. He's only going to put a quarter of a tank of fuel in that bad boy, I'm sure. Maybe a little bit more. Deviant's coming up towards the pit lane. Tommy Roo's on the move. Tommy Roo's on the move. He's out of the pit lane in the lead. In the lead, ladies and gentlemen. A splash and a dash. Onto the medium tyres, though. That is a big... He's used mediums already in this race, has he not? Maybe not. He did 2 stints of softs, didn't he? 2 stints of stuff, so I don't even know why I questioned it. He needed to put the medium tyres on. I apologise. I have led you wrong. Because, yeah, he always had to make a pit stop because he hasn't used medium tyres yet. He's on mediums now, only 2.8 seconds ahead of Deviant, who is on a set of soft tyres. And, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it's race on. Vodkrop saying my cat hates them. That he's talking about the Thunderworks we was talking about earlier. I apologise. I was a bit slow on that. I didn't notice it come up. I've been so intense in this race. The Roo on medium tyres. What can happen? Deviant closing in the McShady, doing 57s with his soft tyres. How long can they last? They've got another 13.5 minutes to go. And Bob there, 16 seconds, just dropping away from the guys ahead of him. He can't do anything here at the streets of Tokyo. It looks like the Z4, this is the best it could do with what it's got. Beaks 10 seconds ahead of the Thunder. What happened there? Wasn't Thunder right on his case? He was. He's lost an absolute shed load of time. He must have made a mistake going for the attack. And Thunder then slipping right behind and in the way of MJ. MJ is coming through, ladies and gentlemen. Stand aside. Already dispensing of Autosport, who's trying to run to the end of this race. Mario down to 8th with 2 pit lane infringements. He was always off to a loss with that one. And Sir Storm, absolute hero, continuing on. He's pitted, he's put medium tyres on and way too much fuel, sir. If you're willing to learn, yes, you just look at where the little arrow is to where you fill up. You way overfilled for this last 13 minutes. Tommy Roo, 2.5 seconds, half a tank of fuel. Deviant, half a tank of fuel. Used softs, but still usable. And closing in, he can see his prey, ladies and gentlemen. He can see his target. Johnny Bravo, target acquired. Going in for kill. Do I get a go for kill shot? So Deviant really is starting to pull in the chase for the win here in the final race of the GT Challenge. Bob in 3rd. And I think Bob, that's going to be the best he could do today in that car. The Beaks in 4th, 9 seconds ahead of Thunder. Thunder should have had that 4th, really. It was up against the medium tyres of the Renault. And I don't know, I say Thunder never puts a foot wrong. He always finds himself in a good position. But this time it has not worked out for him. Beaks has been the better man. The Dutchman going out in style, just off of the podium. Up against Thunder and the MJ. Winning the AM group there in 4th, 5th and 6th. MJ coming in the podium. Autosport is in the Pro Series, I think, 7th. Mario in 8th. He'll be in the AM because he's only just joined. Or he'll be just, we don't know what you are yet. And Sir Storm in 9th, I think, is in the AM Series. So the Roo being caught by Deviant, and there's just not a darn thing he can do about it, ladies and gentlemen. He had to use the medium tyres at the end there because he hadn't used them yet. He got himself a track position and held his ground, and is still holding his ground to this moment as we're moving into the last 10 minutes of this 60-minute race. Tommy Roo has the upper hand, but the slower tyre. As he crosses the line, he pulls a 58.3, Deviant a 57.6, over a second faster and only 1.6 seconds behind his target, ladies and gentlemen. It's all for Deviant. It's all in Deviant's favour at the moment, and it's his to throw away as Bob there chases, and he hopes that they really do hold each other up and go at it. And Deviant not closing in as quick as he would like, as Tommy Roo holds the lead. Holds the lead on the medium tyres in the Audi. He's been thereabouts the whole race, going for a bold strategy, staying out as longer than anyone else, and then sticking with a too soft stint and saving the medium tyre till the end, leaving himself vulnerable to Deviant. Deviant, a very good strategy as well, with the short fill of the medium tyres to try and keep that weight low and the car fast. And even now, I mean, he is a second a lap faster than the Roo, I'm saying, but his soft tyres are starting to show quite a bit of red. They're half worn at the very least. And I know they've got a mountain of grip still left on them, but it should be concerning for Deviant. He must be aware the tyres are starting to look a little used. Bob, he's not closing in on those leaders at all, and he's pulling away from the Beaks. The Beaks is losing ground to Thunder. Thunder is still on the push. Thunder still has hope. He still has a Luke Skywalker's chance of trying to close the Renault down and try and do battle with the Dutchman. Thunder clinging on to some real hope there. But he's pulled 4 seconds in on the Beaks. The Beaks pulling in 59s, 2 minutes and 50, like late 59s, early 2 minutes, with Thunder doing 58s, early 58s there, 2 seconds nearly, a lap faster. So the Beaks could be in trouble. Autosports, oh, what's going on? His tyres are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Just couldn't get the tyres to go the distance. The one stop not quite working out for him. And Mario there going up a position. So Storm a little too far away to benefit from that one. And as it's a quick splash and dash, Autosports still could have an opportunity here to go against the Audi on medium tyres. Struggling for pace at the moment. Autosport on a fresh set of softs, 6 second deficit. That's what Thunder's looking at. And MJ 58.4. He's matching the Thunder's lap times, and both of them chasing down the Beaks, who's in the 59s at the moment. Tommy Roo, 1.3 seconds. How the darn tootin' is he doing it, ladies and gentlemen? How's he staying ahead of Deviant, who is absolutely flying high at the moment? And but as is Deviant using up his tyres to try and catch up with the Roo? And will he have the grip when he gets there? Tommy Roo at the moment 1.1 second in the lead. He's not even giving up a toe. Yeah, I think you have to be about 0.8 tenths of a second behind to truly get a good toe out of the race car ahead. And Deviant at the moment just over a second out of the clutches of the Roo. Bob, solid race in third. The Beaks being caught by Thunder and by MJ. MJ slipping back a little bit, but the tyres are still good. He's just having a bit of a break, maybe cooling off the tyres a little bit. Mario, is 12.7 seconds behind MJ and 4 seconds ahead of Autosport. Autosport putting those soft tyres on, and now he's turned the Mustang into a weapon. It's been a car that is all about the endurance, all about the long-term effects of his racing, and now he's put soft tyres on and he's in qualifying spec, and he's hunting himself down an ailing Audi on medium tyres as it is. Tommy Roo still maintaining pace, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming up to the final 5 minutes of this race. There is only going to be a couple of laps left for these guys to make an impression, and at the moment Deviant is not making that impression. The tyres may have bulleted. The tyres may have gone from Deviant, as Tommy Roo starting to edge away, starting to build up that buffer. Now Bob 18 seconds adrift of Deviant, And I think Deviant safe from the Bobness, but the Rooster may have held his ground, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing racing we've seen here from all of our competitors as we move into the final 5 minutes of this final race of the season. Beaks 3.6 seconds ahead of the Porsche. The Porsche is definitely got intentions and to go and having a go at the Renault. MJ as well bringing the Ford through with them, but he's seesawing between 3.6 and 4.8 between the Thunder down to under 3 seconds of the Beaks now. This is concerning for the Beaks. He's got the fuel, he's got the tyres. He could raise the pace a little bit, just a little bit, a more comfortable position than where it's at, with Thunder gaining on him by a second a lap. Is there enough time on the clock for Thunder? Tommy Roo, 1.6 seconds. The Deviant's tyres are cooked, aren't they? They're done. He has no more left in the McShady. And Tommy Roo rode the storm, ladies and gentlemen. He rode the storm. And he's flashing the Canadian ahead of him to get out of the way. This racing is hard and it's competitive. And they're closing in on the Ford GT of Sir Storm. And they need him out of the way. The Audi wants him out of the way. And now he wants him in the way because he wants to tow. No, Sir Storm staying to the inside, staying well out of this battle as the Audi comes through, and Deviant still setting chase, but his tyres, I think, have seen better days. He can't even close on the Ford ahead of him, look. Bob, he's just driving for third now, I think. The Rooster pulling away from Deviant. And Deviant struggling to clear the back marker of Sir Storm as they make their way around. He'll probably be quite happy for a tow though, if Sir Storm would like to oblige. Bit of a tow, get him up and over the hill. 2 seconds now. The Rooster is definitely running away with it, with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Still a couple of laps to go though, and it looks like Deviant's car is done. His tyres are cooked. I just don't think he's got the pace in the McShady, and now he's closed up to the back marker just at the wrong time. The back marker pulls over out of his way. He just doesn't have the straight line speed. There he goes. He's through now. Bob in third, with fourth for the Beaks, only 8 tenths ahead of the Porsche. The Porsche has closed right in. Race on here, as OJH in the chat saying this does look like a tight battle between Roo and Deviant. I think Deviant now, his tyres are cooked, but this is the battle. The Beaks with his one-stop strategy, getting himself up and into fourth, but Thunder, always a threat come the end of the race, has closed up a 10-second deficit. He was just behind Thunder, and then he slipped 10 seconds behind Beaks, Thunder did, and he spent the last few laps closing the gap, and now he is there on his tail. And the Beaks keeping a solid 59, but if he's got anything more in the bag, now it's the time to get it out. And or Thunder is going to go and on the attack. MJ was staying with him for a bit, but I don't know why he's dropped off the pace here. Maybe it's the tyres. Rooster 3 seconds ahead of Deviant now, but Rooster's fuel is flashing, but I think that's fine. We're into the last minute, and I think these guys are going to have to do another stop. Another lap after this one. But even then, I think the Audi is going to be fine with another lap after this one anyway. 3.1 seconds, so Deviant now just looking for the Roo to make a small mistake. Bob, 20 seconds adrift of those guys. He might finish on this lap. Thunder now going for the move on the Beaks. Unbelievable stuff. M Beaks there. Oh, going side by side through the tunnel. Both of them on old tyres. And it's Thunder that's just getting the Porsche edged ahead. And tight racing, ladies and gentlemen, here at the World Racing Community. And Thunder there going ahead, taking the lead of the AM Series, the part of the lead of this race. And did he make a mistake coming out there? No, he didn't. It's fine. And these two racing could help MJ. MJ needed to finish ahead of the Beats. And at the moment, it's not going to happen. The Rooster is over the line, so's Deviant, and it's Bob finishing in the podium. Great drive there, sir. And Thunder in that final lap, snatching away 4th place from the Dutchman. Great battlage from the pair of them. And it's the Porsche then that comes out on top. And Thunder, what a drive at the end. Determined. And Beaks gets 5th. One-stop strategy. Good, strong strategy there for the Beaks. As MJ comes in 6th place. Behind the Beaks, unfortunately. Autosport racing with Mario. Mario's just picked up a penalty. So Autosport should be mighty fine with their finishing positions. He slowed down to let Mario through. But Mario's going to get a 1-second penalty as he crosses the line. But no. Autosport's run out of fuel. Oh, my word. Autosport running out of fuel there at the very dead. Unfortunate for Autosport. And Tommy Rue, 3.4 seconds ahead of Deviant. Deviant barely can drive the McShady on those tyres. And they've still got a bit of a way to go. And is the Rue starting to slow down for his fuel? These two might be crawling to the end of this race. Absolutely no fuel on board, either of them. And Tommy Rue, though, he feels he's got enough fuel to get there. He's 4.3 seconds. Deviant's really eased off that accelerator with the tyres and the fuel, but he's got no one behind him. He's got no worries. And here it comes then. Tommy Rue, in the end, takes the win. Great drive from Tommy Rue, and a fantastic drive also from Deviant. Great entertainment, guys. Bob there in 3rd. I think that's the best he could do, but he was there abouts. It was fun as it was happening. There we go. The Rooster again snatches a win from Deviant. Poor Deviant. And that was the GR, your results. Great drive from the Rooster. Deviant in 2nd. Oh, what a shame. His tyres just fueled, the medium tyres. I was on board. I thought it was a winner. All caught him. He just didn't have the tyres to go on the attack. Bob in 3rd absolutely drove that Z4 to for it, and he knew his goal and he wanted it and he got it. So 4th place for Thunder, great drive and a win in the group, the second group, the AMs. Beaks in 5th or 2nd in class, with MJ coming 3rd in class, also 6th overall. Mario got 7th with Autosport running out of fuel on the final corner in 8th. Sir Storm brought it home in 9th with the cull going. He had enough. He went out with a fizzle instead of a bang. And that's 10th. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up your championship for our Saturday night live celebrations. It has been an absolute honour covering the World Racing Community's GT Challenge. And we'll see what's coming next. Fantastic racing, says Vodka Rob. Vodka Rob also saying congratulations to Tommy. Vodka Rob saying cheers, mate. Great entertainment. You're more than welcome. Deacon Do saying good job by everyone. Yes, yeah, huge, as I always say, big up and thank you to all of the admin team that brings this championship to our screens. A huge thank you to all the pilots and the sim racers that turn up week in, week out to give it some big ones. And a huge thank you to you guys out there who view and watch us and take part in the chat and everything else. So huge up to everybody. Thank you, one and all. And yeah. We'll look forward to seeing what's coming next. Thunder and Deeks catching up. Yeah, because I haven't seen Deacon Do in their Discord for a while. I think he bailed, but I'm not sure. I don't get involved in the ins and the outs of these leagues, of who comes and who goes and why. I'm just I'm on the outside looking in. I like it that way. So, yeah, the Deeks in the chat and Vodka with the checkered flags. So, thank you, everybody. Turu, peace and love. Peace out.